No, it's not the weather. It's time to introduce something entirely new and groundbreaking here on ETV, riding a massive wave of advancement. And I think accessibility of new technologies, the growth of the South African television audience has made it imperative for broadcasters to adapt to the growing demand for change, sort of natural evolution. Now, Sunrise, in association with The Grid, are proud to launch a social interactive data platform called Mood Maps. This platform will give you, the viewer, a chance to air your views on different topics. Obviously, 2010 being a major focus this year, we've invited Vincent Meyer, Portfolio Manager from Internet Services, to explain exactly what this wonderful tool is all about. Vincent, thank you so much for joining us this morning. The Grid. Tell us exactly what's going on here. It looks fantastic, but obviously this has strategy behind us. Is this a world first? Certainly a first for South Africa.
It's definitely a first for South Africa, and we haven't seen this anywhere else in the world, so maybe in Kazakhstan. But, you know, we're breaking a lot of rules here. It's very seldom that you see television and social networking intersecting with each other.
Well, entertainment has become multi-channel now. I hear that term being bandied about a lot at the moment.
Yeah.
South African audiences, we are maturing now. We really have become a lot more techno-savvy. But let's look at what's driving this lovely product here. What are we trying to achieve with The Grid?
Well, I think the main thing is that every day thousands of people update their moods and tell each other how they're feeling. So we figured, you know, why not remix this, put it on TV, and kind of show the rest of the country, you know, what's going on with people's moods, how they're feeling today. You know, at any point in time, we've got 160,000 people who've set their moods. So it's a fairly good gauge of how people are actually feeling.
So do you focus on specific areas? Do you put that out there for people to respond? Do you connect with your database and say, how are you feeling about, for instance, the viewership on Sunrise this morning? How are you feeling about that? Or how does the process work?
We certainly could do that. The way it works is that it's a location-based social network. So while you're updating your mood, we know exactly where you are. You know, roughly to about a 2-kilometer radius. So we know what province you're in, and you choose from a bunch of moods. You could be happy, sad, in love, hungry, you know, hungover. and we sort of work all of this into the data, feed it into the back end of ETV, and you guys work your magic here on the screens.
Now, database, I would imagine, is a huge component of this. Take us through how you're building that database. How do you leverage that database through this system?
Well, the Grid's about 2 years old now, and you know, it's growing all the time. It's you know, we've got these massive racks of servers. It's like seriously high-tech stuff, you know. And it sounds like you would have thought it was science fiction 10 years ago, but now it's kind of a reality. And it's all because of the internet and people's mobile phones. The fact is that there are more people using the internet on their phone than on desktop PCs now.
I was going to say, what does this say about the South African market? Are we starting to mature now? Have we crossed that digital divide, let's say?
Well, I mean, the Grid's a product from Vodacom, right? So we know what's going on in the industry, and we know where the sort of innovative points are where we need to make interventions. And, you know, it's definitely South Africa's a mobile market by far. And so is the rest of Africa, because it's expensive to buy a PC. You don't always have a landline coming into your house, you know.
Okay, now this becomes a wonderful tool for other entities to now read exactly where that South African market is. From ETV's perspective, it's great. We know exactly how our viewers are feeling in what areas. How do you see this tool being leveraged? Where do you see this growing and going?
Well, I think down the line, we need to focus it around events. Ask people, you know, how are you feeling today about this? And start building up that data, because I think that's important. You know, if you know that more people in the Western Cape are happy than in KZN on a particular day, you can do things with that information, you know. And I think it's really important for us as a nation to understand our psyche and how we operate.
Oh, you look at how Barack Obama used his opinion polls to really masterfully govern his campaign. How do we get involved? How do we connect with the Grid and with our mood maps, and how will the system unfold?
Well, it's fairly simple. For a user, you SMS MOOD, M-O-O-D, to 33313, and you get a link back. You click on it on your phone, you sign up, and then right in the front you'll see that you can set your mood. So you'll have a list of moods. And for us, and for the Grid and for ETV, I think we need to just see how it goes. Hopefully the users love it and start updating their moods. and we'll take it to the next level.
Are you seeing a greater impetus on the social platform? I think there was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to Facebook when people suddenly lost 5 productive hours a day. There are obviously certain systems set in place. We're seeing a shift now, people starting to understand that you really can use this social connection.
Yeah, I think in mobile specifically, people use it to meet new people. So because we have maps and we introduce people, it's kind of like dating. You'd use Facebook to link up with people that you do know. You use the grid to meet new people that you don't know.
And also to get their perceptions at this stage. But a fantastic project. Give us that number again.
It's SMS MOOD to 33313.
All right, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm sure we'll be spending a lot of time over the coming months, but I really look forward to finding out exactly how South Africa feels every morning.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us. That was Vincent Meyer, Portfolio Manager for Internet Services on the social interactive data gathering platform Mood Maps, which is going to be launched in conjunction with ETV. A fantastic new tool to find out exactly how South Africa is feeling.